We are set to go racing. Before we do, we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, if you could remove your caps on this 4th of July weekend as we celebrate our country's birthday. We ask that you pause for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Pittsburgh's Wee Jams and our national anthem. Off of 4, the green is out, and your Pizza Hut Super Late models are rolling into turn number 1. Larry Marks off the wall in the 17 car. Can you believe it? Well, Larry last raced with us on June 1st. That is where he crashed in turn 1. He is still going, but trying to get that car into the pit area. Kyle Lucon is in front. Mike Johnson second. Jim Steffens third. Lynn Geisler to the outside of Keith Rodriguez, moving up to 4th. Larry Marks will take his car into the pits in car 17. 2 laps down. Kid Kyle out in front of the Phil Lucon RevFab Eisminger's Pennzoil number 1. It's the Chem Oil K&B Towing National City Bank 2J of Johnson. Then the Culverts Collision 38 of Steffens. Tight racing between Miley and Baker at the back of the field. They get separated going into turn number 3. That battle for 5th. Baker up way high coming off of turn 4. Coming to the halfway mark, it's Kyle Lucon, third place car. Jimmy Steffens spins and bounces off the wall up in turns 3 and 4. Caution is out. Fast just about every night. They got started a little soon, but no, Jeff says let's go racing. It's Lucon over Johnson, Geisler third, then Rodriguez. Miley now to the inside of Rodriguez into turn 1. Geisler tries to take second away from Johnson. Baker now swings around Miley. Steve moving into 5th. Johnson holds on to second. Geisler is third. Here they come into turn 4. It's still Cal Lucon over Mike Johnson. Lynn Geisler, Keith Rodriguez, and Steve Baker 5th. Baker hard into the first turn. Almost got the wall. Having a hard time getting that car to turn left. Geisler ducks to the low side of Johnson. The battle for second off of turn 4. Whoa, close racing there. Geisler just makes the pass. Mike tries to dive back under Lynn in turn 1. Well, that's going on. Kyle Lucon is driving off in the 1 car. Now we've got another number 1 in second, Lynn Geisler. Coming for the white flag. We've got 1 more lap to go. Out of Burgettstown in the Phil Lucon Rev Fab, Eismeier's Pennzoil #1. Kyle Lucon is going to go wire to wire here as he brings it off at turn 4 to pick up the first heat race in the Pizza Hut Super Lates. Lynn Geisler second, Mike Johnson third, Keith Rodriguez fourth, Steve Baker fifth. Then Ben Miley and Jim Steffens, followed by the 11 of Nick Duratz. Kyle Lucon, folks, your winner out of Burgettstown in car #1. And from Midway in the 6th, Jim Lepro. Green is out. Crowded in turn 2. Now a drag race down the back straightaway. DJ Miller with the lead. Flinner into second. Dave Wade third. Followed by Burgoon and Waring. It's the Dr. John Balzano Advanced Auto Parts J&D Towing 81. Just ahead of the Johns Towing River Salvage 48. Here comes the Yuengling 76 of Wade and the Three River Scrap Iron 17 of Burgoon as Flinner takes the lead. Burgoon now to the inside of Wade. The battle for second. Caution is out. Caution out. 2M Chuck Medved up in turn 4 with a problem. He brings out the caution. That lap will count. Problems on the right front of the 2M of Chuck Medved. 0, Jared Miley and Jim Lepro. Green is out. Flinner still your leader into 1. Brandon Burgoon into 2nd. And Dave Wade slides to 3rd. Miller finds himself in 4th, and Kerry Gasser and Brandon Waring in tow as they head into turn 1. Jared Miley now down on the bottom side of the Calusi Chevy H1. He will move up into position number 6. John Flinner out ahead of Brandon Burgoon. Dave Wade, DJ Miller, Kerry Gasser, and now Jared Miley to the inside of Kerry. Close racing in turn 4. Miley able to get by Gasser and Miller and move up to 4th. We're past halfway to the Johns Towing River Salvage All-American Framers 48 of John Flinner ahead of Brandon Burgoon. The Yuengling 76 of Wade in 3rd, and the Calusi Chevy H1 of Miley 4th. Three River Scrap Iron, Napa Auto Parts, Bridgeville 17 of Burgoon trying to track down Flinner here with 2 laps to go. 2 to go. Jared Miley has closed in on Dave Wade now. The race for 3rd off a 2 down the back chute. One more time around the Monsters Super Speedway. Jim Lepro in the 6 spins around. Caution out. 1 lap we'll have remaining. A 1-lap shootout as the Bud's Place 6 of Jim Lepro goes around in turn 4. 1-lap shootout here for heat race number 2 for your Pizza Hut Super Lates. Flinner has been in front most of the way. Burgoon off the top shelf, still 2nd. Wade, and now here comes Jared Miley with his sights on Dave Wade for 3rd as they race into 3. Off of 4, checkered flag waving for John Flinner. Brandon Burgoon 2nd, Miley 3rd, Wade 4th, Kerry Gasser 5th, DJ Miller 6th, Jimmy Lepro and Brandon Waring are next. Nephew Colton getting his feet wet in crate late model racing here. Has got his challenge. Green is out. Brian Hoffman, your leader Dan Karalegas is second. Darrell Dow third. As they complete lap 1, Steve Beatty and Ken Chernick side by side in the race for fourth. Brian Hoffman extends the lead. The Zuck's Auto Body, Rocks Lounge, Ducks Unlimited. Crate powered Rocket, that's a 602 GM crate motor under the hood of the 15H. Kenny Chernick now moving to second. Ken Chernick out of Green Township, also a 602 powered Rocket. He is second. Darrell Dow to third. Scott Shemp moving to fourth. Shemp in the embroidered me General Auto 75 into fourth. Karalegas has dropped to fifth. Steve Beatty in the AEC group, Beatty Welding B4, putting the pressure on Karalegas now for the fifth spot. Brian Hoffman driving away from the field in the 15H. This is halfway, 4 laps to go. Scott Shemp now down on the inside, moving to third. Karalegas in the G1 spins the car in turn 2. Caution is out for the G1 of Dan Karalegas. 4 laps to go. Green is out. Brian Hoffman still your leader. Ken Chernick second by a half a car length over Scott Shemp, with Darrell Dow fourth and Steve Beatty fifth. Beatty down on the inside trying to get by Darrell Dow for fourth, and does. Three laps from the checkered flag. Scott Shemp now again to the inside of Ken Chernick, trying to challenge him for second as they head into turn 3. Hoffman seems to have the field covered in the Zuck's Auto Body Rocks Lounge Ducks Unlimited Rocket as he takes the white flag, the lead growing. Now Steve Beatty to the inside of Shemp. Ken Chernick still running second. Shemp is third, Beatty fourth. This is the checkered flag lap. Brian Hoffman out of Scott Township off of turn 4 takes the win. Chernick second, Shemp third, Beatty fourth, Darrell Dow fifth, then Dan Karalegas, Colton Flinner, and Bob Simmons in the 04. Brian Hoffman gets the win in the 15 car. 3 late models. Russ Koldasar second in the point standings, on the pole as the green waves. Whoa! Terry Kerr, I think, got his fender knocked in on his right rear tire. He's going like a banshee, but I think he's going to have a flat tire if he's not careful here. A little contact right off the bat. Koldasar in front. He's second in the point standings to Daryl Charlier. Charlier is second to Koldasar in this heat race. Mike Pegger Jr. in the 1C is third. Kerr slowing down. Headed to the pits, maybe. Tommy Schernhofer fourth right now. Then Dusty Curry and Justin Lamb. Here they come off of 4. Still Koldasar by just a car length over the Midway Missile. Pegger third, Schernhofer fourth, and Justin Lamb and Dusty Curry. Charlier tries the low side again. Able to close in going in, but Koldasar's in the preferred lane coming off. Halfway, 4 laps to go, 4 laps to go. So far this year, Koldasar's got a couple of wins. Charlier has 3 and Pegger has 2. Those are your top 3 cars in this heat race. Schernhofer in the 8 has also got a win. So 4 pretty good hot rods running 1 through 4 this one. Justin Lamb showing big improvement. Never drove a race car until this year, the 93X. He's really picked up the pace as the season's gone on. Side by side now in 4. In fact, Charlier noses ahead. Coming down the front chute, they're wheel to wheel with a lap to go. Off at turn 2, the Midway Missile is going to make the pass. Near points leader, Daryl Charlier, and the Turnkey Foundation's Donaldson Supply. 12, now Colasar will try the back on the bottom. Can't make it stick. Charlier wins it. The Froggy 27 of Colasar will get second. The Cochran 1C of Pegger third. Schoenhofer's 8. The Schoenhofer Welding Woody's Towing Car fourth. And Justin Lamb's Moon Township Ford List Network Services 93X complete your top 5. Daryl Charlier, final lap, gets the win. Green is out. Josh Holtgraver is your leader. Craig Catellus in the 64 trying to take that lead as they head down the back chute. Mark Moach Jr., Brian Hank coming through 3 and 4 together, right behind the 2 leaders. The D&T Auto Body 00 just ahead of the Drew's Auto Service 64. Catellus extends the lead. Holtgraver second, Brian Hank third, Mark Moach Jr. fourth, Laura Lucon fifth, Daniel Angelicchio on the 14, who was the winner last night at Dog Hollow Speedway up in Indiana County. Running in position number 6 is Brian Hank, and the Bachman Trucking 28 moves to second. Laura Lucon now in the Phil Lucon Rep Fab 84 trying to pass Mark Moach Jr. for fourth. Two laps to go, 2 to go. Checker flag waving. It'll be Craig Catellus getting the win. Brian Hank second. Laura Lucon third. Mark Moach Jr. fourth. Josh Holtgraver finishes fifth. Craig Catellus, your winner in the 64. 28, Brian Hank second. Laura Lucon rallies for third in the 84. Mark Moach Jr. in the 15 was fourth, in the 00, Josh Holtgraver fifth. Since we had 3 heats in the crate lates, it'll be invert 9 instead of invert 10. It'll be invert 9. 3 doesn't divide into 10 unless we cut somebody in half. Hackemer's your leader, but Robert Betts in the 81 who's inside, and here comes Pat Weld in the 45 trying to make it 3 wide. It's still Joe Hackemer. 1 lap in. Pat Weld now second, Robert Betts third, Bill Robertson fourth. Not much separating those front 4 runners. Robertson is the points leader in the 1B by 1 over the 68X of Jake Simmons. Well, it's Hackamer by just a bumper, and it may be less than that. It is, as Pat Weldon goes sliding by into the first turn. The JEM Lounge Auto Plus 45 of Pat Weldon, still your leader. Bill Robertson now, the points leader, has moved to second. In the Schwartzmiller Ground Maintenance MAD Custom Exhaust NJ and Associates 1B. Betts is fourth, Mike Vaughn fifth, and then Bobby Heim halfway. 3 laps to go in this 7-lap heat race for the Sunoco Race Fuels Pure Stocks. Joe Hackamer spins around on the front straightaway. Caution is out with 2 laps to go. Joe will have to go to the back of the field. 2 laps to go in this heat race for the Sunoco Race Fuels Pure Stock. Pat Weldon leads Bill Robertson into the first turn. So I said Robertson a 1-point lead atop the standings over Jake Simmons to begin the night. Robert Betts now has the Sign Etc. Trap and Web 81 in third, and a real race for fourth, fifth, and sixth between the 39 of Mike Vaughn, the 92 of Bobby Heim, and the 69 of Joe Hackamer. The white flag signaling 1 lap to go for your Sunoco Race Fuels Pure Stocks. Checkered flag for Monongahela's Pat Weldon. Weldon wins. Robertson second. Betts third. Heim wins that race for fourth. Mike Vaughn fifth. And Joe Hackamer sixth. Coming up next will be the Miley Truck Rental E-Mod preliminaries. Green is out. Schwartzmiller grabs the lead from the pole. Schwartzmiller in front, Jake the Snake Simmons second, Schwartzmiller up high and sideways. But he's still in front, not by much over Simmons. Kachuba to third. Vince Kamiker just ahead of his brother Craig in the battle for fourth and fifth. Whoa, we got somebody not getting in gear. Look out. He's coming back into the pits. Anyway, let's look at the race here off of turn 4. Pretty good one. Schwartzmiller by just a car length over Simmons, Kachuba, Kamiker, and Kamiker. Whoa, Vince says, look out, brother Craig. You're not going by me on the outside. Just about put him in the wall. I thought the 13 was going to the pits, but now he's got it in gear. Off of 4. Here they come. Still Schwartzmiller over Simmons. Kachuba. This time Craig Kamiker goes around brother Vince. We may have racing 102 right on the front straightaway while the field's going by. Halfway. Bob Schwartzmiller, our Sportsman of the Year last season. The Schwartzmiller Ground Maintenance, Denny's Restaurant, Park West Supply 28, just ahead of the Simmons Window Cleaning, More Concrete 68 of Jake Simmons. Running third, the Colonial Beer Clark and Family Chiropractic, Lanxess 10 of Nick Kachuba. And then it's Craig the Hammer Kamiker dusting off the wall in the 72. 2 laps to go, 2 to go. Schwartzmiller had opened things up a bit, but they're ganging up on him again here. Jake the Snake had dropped back a few car lengths, but now he's hot on Bobby's tail, coming to the white flag. A lap to go. One more time around the Monster Super Speedway. Kammaker getting racy as he closes in on the back end of the 10 of Nick Kachuba. Jake the Snake takes her to the inside. Here they come. They're crowded in turns 3 and 4. Schwartzmiller hanging on. Saw at the wheel coming off. He's going to win it over Simmons, Kachuba, and Kammaker. Vince Kammaker in the 9 gets 5th. Good race, guys. Good race. Mars, his dad still letting him live at home despite the fact that he beat his father the last time we raced. The green is out. The outside row trying to get to the front. To Scene with Charlier right behind as they head into 3. Bamich Rider not giving up. Trying to make it 3 wide here in turn 4. Look at that. Got the Monster Super Speedway covered. It's to Scene over Bamich Rider, Charlier, Kennedy, and Shearbaum that lap. It's 1 of 7. DT Dyno Woodruff Carbs, Johnny's Excavating 10 of Wayne to Scene, your leader. The Stushes Automotive 74, JJ Bamich Rider running second. Just ahead of the WJ Beitler Warehousing and Trucking, Boza Communications 12 of Daryl Charlier. 4th right now, the Bauer Machining Mars Lane Geyer Construction 9 of Clayton Kennedy. Then the Austin's A1 Bleach, Chuck Kennedy Auto Sales A1 of Chuck Kennedy. And the Isley's Deli and Dairy Products 7 of Sean Shearbaum. To Scene right up against the rim there in turns 3 and 4. Almost dusted off the Auto Trader sign there. He's running as high as about as high as you can go. He's running in the Daryl Charlier lane. That's where Charlier likes to run, the Midway Missile, right up against the wall. It's a long way around. 2 laps to go. This track measures exactly 1/2 mile on the very bottom against the guardrail, the inside guardrail. So you're running probably 6/10 at least when you run up on the top side. It's like 5.5 tenths right down the middle. 1 lap to go, 1 to go. Your points leader from Austintown, Ohio, Wayne to Scene. 6-time track champion here at Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. The DT Dyno Woodruff Carbs, Johnny's Excavating 10 picks up the heat race win over JJ Bamich Rider and Clayton Kennedy. Clayton Kennedy in the 9 going to edge the Midway Missile for 3rd. 5th, Chuck Kennedy. Sean Shearbaum with a problem on the final lap in the 7th. Wes Mifflin. 7 laps for your Miley Truck Rental E-Mods. The green is out, and Kevin Miller not wasting any time. From the pole, he takes a big lead into turn number 1. That Bob Pierce chassis, Kevin's car built by Bob Pierce, the famed late model driver who's now retired out of the Midwest. JJ Bamich Rider, the 74, also running a Pierce car here in 2008. The RLA chassis of Tom Martinek moves to 2nd. Car 65. The Allegheny Wilderness Outfitters, Bongiorni Auto, McElhaney Auto Repair 65 into 2nd. Who's going to be 3rd? It's like Willie Briggs in the 8, just ahead of Mike McKee now down the back chute. Wheel to wheel into 3. Denny Nakutis in the 48 slides in there as close as he can get to Mike McKee without a little contact. Bruce Drystad just behind Nakutis in the 18. Down the back straightaway, third, fourth, fifth, or actually fourth, fifth, and sixth. Battle now. Mike McKee, 33. Bruce Drystad, 18 in the 48 of Denny Nakutis. Kevin Miller still in front. Tom Martinek, second. Willie Briggs is third. Drystad now into fourth. The D&D Auto Service 18 trying to rally here in the late stages. Willie Briggs just ahead of him in the Claysville Napa Sunset Auto. Dennis Mackel attorney sponsored 8B. 2 laps to go for Kevin Miller. Tom Martinek second. Miller in front. The Toronto, Ohio hot shoe. One lap from the checkered flag. Here he comes off the fourth turn from Toronto, Ohio, Kevin Miller. Miller wins it. Martinek second, and Bruce Drystad continues to charge. The 18 car comes to third. Willie Briggs gets fourth, and Denny Nakutis fifth. Rallying for third was Drystad. Martinek second, and your winner, Kevin Miller.
Tonight. Dan Deschade brings him down to the green flag. Davey Lee driving Darren Ferguson's 54. Goldberg behind Craig Catellus. Still in third. He has Brian Hutchko on the inside of him. Still side by side for the lead. 10 Dan Deschade, and the Craig Catellus passes him at the stripe. Gary Catellus. Goldberg moves up to the second position. Gary Catellus still holding off Eric Goldberg. But Goldberg again to the inside through turn one. He can't complete the pass through turn two. Still side by side for the lead, Goldberg and Gary Catellus. Goldberg makes the pass in turn four, spin in turn four. Ed Weiser spins in turn four, caution's out. Green flag comes out for Eric Goldberg. Contact through turn two between Tony White and Ed Weiser. Both keep it going. Dan Deschade, problems through turn three, has it in reverse. Caution is out. Green flag again for Eric Goldberg. Eric Goldberg leads Gary Catellis by 2.5 car lengths. Davey Lee up to the 4th position. Kurt Bish looks to be off the pace through turn 2. Ed Weiser tried to avoid him, but couldn't. He spun through the back straightaway. Green is still out.
It's pretty. We got the checkered flag. Yep.
Yep, checkered flag for Eric Goldberg, the current points leader, leading Darren Ferguson by 1 point.
Yeah, Ed Weiser did everything he could to miss Kurt Bish, but unfortunately Kurt was heading left to the pits, and look, his right front tire is pointing out. Ed Weiser.
Green flag, Todd Janis. Todd Janis now has Michael Reft on his outside going down the back straightaway. Reft makes the pass. Todd pulls up, he's still there. Reft leads lap 1. Janis 2nd, Danny White 3rd, Tyler Fox 4th, 77, Sean Graham 5th. Sean Graham now to the inside, Tyler Fox for 4th. He'll make the pass in turn 3. Fox now back to the inside through turn 4. Sean Graham finally completes the pass through turns 1 and 2. Sean Graham now to the outside of Danny White. This is for 3rd. Tyler Atkinson also joins that battle. He'll pass Sean Graham down the front straightaway. But Sean's not giving up. He's back to the inside, turn 1. Tyler Atkinson outside of Danny White through the back straightaway. Michael Reft quietly opened up a pretty decent lead over Todd Janis. Halfway. Tyler Atkinson now passes Janis for 2nd. Sean Graham now on the outside of him for 3rd. Michael Reft leads by half a straightaway over Tyler Atkinson and Todd Janis. Janis slips back to 4th. Sean Graham passed him for 3rd. Now Justin Pons is on his bumper. Pons on the outside of Janis for 4th. Tyler Atkinson has caught Michael Reft. He was on the inside through turn 4, but Reft takes the white flag. Reft leads by about a car and a half through turn 3. Sean Graham 3rd, Justin Pons 4th. Michael Reft wins over Tyler Atkinson, Sean Graham, Justin Pons, and Todd Janis. have a round of applause for Michael Reft. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
So the car seemed to be pulling away there, but what happened at the end? It seemed that Tyler Atkinson seemed to catch you.
Yeah, I thought we had a little bit bigger lead than that, but we still held it.
Well, I see a couple stickers inside the car. 8, actually. It's a feature wins. Is that all from this year?
No, it's 4 from last year and then 4 this year.
Well, we'd like to thank Pizza Hut. $20 bonus to you.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
Jeff Poro with the green flag in his hand, eyes the field as they come into turn number 4, start to accelerate, and the green is out. Dave Wade leads down the back straightaway. Jared Miley second, Keith Rodriguez third, Mike Johnson fourth, Brandon Dragoon fifth after the first lap. Good race for third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Mike Johnson to the inside of Keith Rodriguez now. The 2J moving up to third. Down in front, the Yingling 76 over the Calusi Chevy H1. Kyle Lucon slides up in front of Brandon Burgoon. They got a battle for fifth down the back chute. Burgoon back around Lucon. Now Baker in the 0 dives under Lucon. Kyle squeezes by Baker. That needed battle for fifth. Or sixth, excuse me. Red Miley running 8th, Lynn Geisler is 9th. Here come your leaders. Dave Wade completing lap 4, Jared Miley in tow. Mike Johnson 3rd. Keith Rodriguez 4th. And it's Brandon Burgoon, Steve Baker, Kyle Lucon, Ben Miley, and Lynn Geisler. Geisler now to the outside of Miley off of turn 2. He picks up a spot down the back chute in the Concord Automotive 1C. 5 laps down, 20 to go. Your front 3 cars have pulled away. Mike Johnson, the 3rd place car, trying to track down the front 2 of Dave Wade and Jared Miley. 6 laps into this 25-lap feature event. Lynn Geisler now to the inside of Kyle Lucon. Geisler starting to move forward after starting 12th. He's up into the 8th spot, and now he dives underneath Baker in turn 4. It's still Baker 7th, Geisler 8th. Check that 6th and 7th, Baker 6th, Geisler 7th. Jared Miley starting to close the gap just a bit, it would appear, on Dave Wade. 8 laps in. Geisler and Baker side by side. Geisler makes the pass, coming off. He's now up to 6th from 12th. Their leaders are starting to catch the back of the field. Brandon Waring off the pace in the B1 and headed for the pits. Brandon Waring into the pits in the B1 car. Wade closing on the 11 of Nick Duratz. Jared Miley in striking distance with 15 laps to go. Mike Johnson still 3rd. Rodriguez 4th. Geisler now trying to move into the top 5. Geisler from 12th to 5th in the Concord Automotive 1C, and quickly closing on the 4th place car of Keith Rodriguez. Geisler might be the fastest car on the track right now. Off of 4, he'll try to take 4th away from the 29 of Keith Rodriguez into turn 1. Down the back chute, it's still Rodriguez 4th. Geisler trying to pull alongside as they head into turn number 3. Rodriguez goes up the racetrack. Geisler trying to duck underneath him off of turn 4. Unable to do so as we close in on halfway. We're closing in on the halfway mark. Geisler now edging ahead of Keith Rodriguez for 4th. Your leader down the back chute, Dave Wade, Jared Miley now just 3 car lengths behind. Mike Johnson 3rd, Lynn Geisler's come from 12th to 4th. More traffic ahead for the race leader. Miley closes a bit more into 1. Jared now on the heels of Dave Wade racing off of turn 2. In turn 4, Miley again gathering up the race leader. 10 laps to go, 10 to go. It's been first and second, Wade and Miley since the opening lap. Mike Johnson a half a straightaway back in 3rd. The fastest car would appear to be the 1C of Lynn Geisler. Brandon Burgoon now to 5th in car 17. Traffic for your leaders as they race off of 4. Wade around the 17 of Marks. Jared Miley right there at the back bumper of Dave Wade as they exit turn 2 down the back chute. Wade goes to the outside of Jimmy Lepro into turn 3. He goes up the banking and Miley's now underneath him as they come into turn 4. Off of 4, it's still Wade ahead of Miley. Clear racetrack now for the leader. 8 laps to go, 8 to go. Wade actually increased the advantage that lap. Geisler continues to close. He's now on the same straightaway with the leaders. Wade, Miley, Johnson, and Geisler on the same straightaway. Burgoon 5th, Baker is 6th, Rodriguez 7th, Lucon is 8th, Flinner is 9th, Ben Miley runs 10th. Right in the middle of the turn, Wade's car looks like it gets a little loose, but the plumber been up to the task so far. Miley starting to close back in just a bit. Geisler now on the heels of the 3rd place car of Mike Johnson as they head down the back straightaway. 5 laps to go, 5 laps to go. Keep your eye on 3rd and 4th. Mike Johnson trying to hold off Lynn Geisler as they lap cars at the same time. Meantime, more lap traffic ahead for Dave Wade. He tries to swing underneath the 81 of DJ Miller down the front chute. Into 1. Wade squeezes to the inside, unable to get by Miller so far. Jared Miley stays right behind him. Mike Johnson and Lynn Geisler now just a couple of car lengths apart into turn 3. Wade again trying to lap the Hookstown Hornet and does. 3 laps to go. Johnson 3rd, Geisler 4th, Burgoon 5th, Baker 6th. Specialty Turbine, Tiger Machine and Manufacturing, Link 76 of Dave Wade, 2 laps from his second win of 2008. Jared Miley has been in his tracks the entire distance. The Chem Oil National City Bank, 2J of Johnson still 3rd, then the Cochran Automotive. Rob Tractor and Equipment, Belia Oil, 1C of Geisler. White flag for Wade. Steve Baker has caught up to Brandon Burgoon in the battle for 5th now. Burgoon 5th, Baker 6th. Into the wall. It's not over yet, folks. Jim Steffens into the wall in turn 3. Caution out. Caution out. Wow. The final lap, the Colbert's collision. Ola Tower View, 38 of Jim Steffens into the wall up in turn 3. And we're not done yet. We've got to run 2 consecutive green flag laps to the finish. Any lap cars will go to the back of the field. It'll be a Pittsburgh Delaware double foul restart. with Wade your leader. Red Miley and Mike Johnson will be side by side behind him. Then Lynn Geisler and Brandon Burgoon. Machine Manufacturing 76 hits the gas pedal and the green is out and the race is on. Geisler moves quickly to third. Wade is your leader. Geisler now third. Johnson is fourth. Burgoon and Baker battle for fifth. Johnson now to the inside of Geisler. 1 lap to go, folks. 1 to go. The Yingling Lager Specialty Turbine Tiger Machine and Manufacturing. Looks like he's on a rails. He heads down the back straightaway. He's struggling in his heat race tonight. He's certainly been dialed in here for the 25-lap feature event. Pizza Hut late model, win number 2 of 2008 for the plumber, Dave Wade. Miley second, Geisler third, Johnson fourth, Baker fifth, Barbara, Flinner, Rodriguez, Lucon. Congratulations. Is that 2 cans for 2 wins?
Yeah, I'd like to make it a case, but yeah, the car was pretty good tonight. We made a few changes during the week, and we're getting better. We're not quite there, but we're getting better.
You know, it looked like you were a little off in the heat, but you certainly had it figured out for the feature. Did you have to make any changes at all between the two?
Yeah, we changed one bar angle, that's all. Left rear bar, that's all we changed in the car. Sanded the tires, went racing, that was it.
Dave, when you lead a race like that, 24 and a half laps, and you think, okay, baby, here I come, and all of a sudden the cautions comes out, what goes through your mind?
You're thinking, darn it. Yeah.
I'll bet that's what you said. That's the PG-13 version.
Yeah, a lot of kids there tonight, but yeah, I've been doing it long enough. I just figure if I get a good start, the car was good enough that we'd be okay. Unfortunately, we got a pretty good start.
People you want to thank?
Naturally, Yingling, FB Fuhrer, Specialty Turbine, Tiger, my mom, my dad, my family. And I want to thank Pizza Hut for being here, Toyota for the pace truck and helping us all out. And I want to thank all the kids and fans for coming out tonight.
All right, you got a $100 bonus from Pizza Hut, and we're going to pick the winning bicycle. 1C Mike Pager Jr., 5J Darrell Dow, 93X Justin Lamb, and the rest of your Brockers Machine Shop Great Late Models. Caution out. False start apparently. We'll try it again. $2 off for all admission on Saturday. Green is out. Oh, things are crowded into one. They're really crowded off at 2. Brian Hoffman in the 15 spins around, and a bunch of cars are caught up in the mess. 15, Brian Hoffman. Also, the blue 15 of Mark Moach Jr. was in that. 64, no, it's not the 64. That's the 8 of Dusty Curry. Dan Karoligas in the G1 is back there. Dusty Curry takes his car to the pits. Darrell Dow, I think, was also caught up in the 5J. He's headed to the pits. Green waves. Shemp with a run to the inside into turn 1. Trying to get underneath Lucon. Meantime, the outside lane is open and Russ Colasar is on the charge. The Froggy FM 27C. Laura Lucon trying to hold on, but it's going to be Colasar leading lap 1. Brian Hank to 3rd. Craig Kinsella is 4th. Scott Shemp and Daryl Charlier. Brian Hank in the 28 trying to duck under Laura Lucon for 2nd. Can't make it work in turn 4. 2 laps are down. Midway Missile now third. Daryl Charlier. Mike Pager moving forward in a hurry in the 1C. He's up to 5th. Pager, who started back in row 6, is up to the top 5 in the 1C. Meantime, the Midway Missile trying to get around Laura Lucon for spin in turn 3. Craig Catellus in the 64. Caution is out. The Drew's Auto Service 64 of Craig Catellus does a loop-de-loop up between the 3rd and 4th turns to bring out the caution. Both of those cars were in victory lane here the last time we ran on June 21st. Green is back out. Woo-wee. Almost 3 wide. It's Colasar in front. Race for second, side by side. Pager now to 4th. Tommy Schernhofer on a suicide slide into turn 3 in the 8 car. And he'll lose it in turn 4. He'll back it up against the wall. It looks like everyone will get by. That's it. Mr. Schernhofer was on the gas pedal going into turn number 3, tried to make that thing stick under the 1C of Mike Pager, and it looked like just maybe a slight touch between them. I'm not even sure they touched. Tommy will have to go to the back of the field. You can hear it revving over there in turn 3. Green is out. The Midway Missile with a suicide slide through 1 and 2. Flinter stops on the racetrack. Whoa, on the back chute. We got 2 cars hooked together. Now they separate. Colton Flinter will have to go to the back. He was close to back there already, but he wasn't able to get the car in gear. Still unable to get it in high gear. They're lined up next. Off we go. Charlier tries a little safer bonsai this time. Colasar still got the lead. Scotty Shemp trying to get around Mike Pager Jr. for 4th and bring Steve Beatty with him in the B4. For the lead in turn 4, Colasar and Charlier, your top 2 points in our standings right now. We're going at it into turn 1 side by side. Darrell down low, Russ up high, and they're still battling down the back straightaway. Brian Hank right behind him in 3rd. Scotty Shemp 4th. Then it's Steve Beatty nipping at his heels on the inside. Off of 4, Charlier just ahead of Colasar by half a car length as they head into 1. Colasar's got the momentum in turn 2, and he's got the lead back down the back chute. Meantime, C1, Ken Chernick spins the car. Turn 2. Caution is going to be out here. Caution out. Ken Chernick in the C1 is spun out to the inside of turn 2. Even though Russ Colasar had the lead on the back straightaway, when they completed lap 6 coming down the front chute, Daryl Charlier, the Midway Missile, was the leader. So he will be out front for the restart. Here we go. Jeff Porro waves the green flag, and your Rockers Machine Shop Crate late models are back on the gas. Steve Beatty now 4th in car B4. Justin Lamb makes a nice move down the backstretch of the 93X. Steve Beatty on the move. The AEC group, Beatty Welding B4, all the way to 2nd. Brian Hank now around Russ Colasar for 3rd. Colasar finds himself in 4th. Pager is 5th. Angelicchio 6th. And Shemp and Schernhofer. Daryl Charlier, the Midway Missile, your leader. He'll be tough to catch. Hager around Colasar up into fourth. Oh, on the front straightaway. Justin Lamb almost upside down. Man, he was up there, wasn't he? Now you know what the bottom of a late model or crate late model looks like. Wow. A rough ride for Justin Lamb, the rookie driver. Came back after serving a couple of tours in Iraq. Bought himself a race car, and I was watching him after that last restart. He's really picking it up. Fortunately, going to have some work to do. Green is out again. Problems on the start. Someone got into the back end of Colton Flinner, yeah, with a C1 of Ken Chernick. Flinner ends up spun around, and Chernick's got a broken radiator. Oh boy. Green is out. Charlier still in front of Beatty. Hank Peger fourth. Colasar fifth. Schoenhofer's rallied to sixth. Angelico runs seventh. Brian Hank dives under Steve Beatty. The battle for second down the back straightaway. We're past halfway, and Brian Hank is back into the second spot. Off the pace, Mark Moats Jr. in car 15 headed for the pits. He got a left rear tire flat. A left rear flat on the 15. Looks like he's going to come to a stop. Caution is out. That lap will count. Caution came out after the leaders had taken the lap, so the lap will count. Nothing starts a race car like a caution flag. Mark Moats Jr. trying to get that left rear tire changed. Into the pits he comes. They're rolling off at turn 4 another time. Green is out. Oh, Steve Beatty with a bonsai slide into turn 1. Charlier gets back around him, and Brian Hank trying to get back around Beatty. Seven laps to go. Beatty close to the wall in turn 1. Colasar now 4th, Peger 5th, Angelico 6th, Schoenhofer's back to 7th. Brian Hank almost side by side with the midway missile coming off of turn 4. That was close. Charlier pedals back ahead by a half a car length down the back straightaway. Brian Hank charges into turn 3, the lead. He moves up a groove. He's trying to get around the midway missile. The Bachman Trucking SSI Computers 28 is your leader with 5 laps to go. Here comes Charlier closing back in on the back straightaway. Beatty 3rd, Colasar 4th, Peger 5th. Charlier now trying the bottom. Brian Hank, your leader. The midway missile has to back out, pushes high coming off of turn number 4. We haven't seen the midway missile be passed too often once he's got out in front in 2008 in the Brockers Machine Shop Crate Late Model. Brian Hank 3 laps away from his career first feature win. Tonka chassis 602 crate. GM engine under the hood, Chevy under the hood. 2 laps to go. And he is pulling away, having the ride of his life with 1 lap remaining. He loves the bottom of this racetrack, and he's really got the car down in tonight. The Bachman Trucking SSI Computers 28 of Bryant Hank. Second-year throttle jockey out of Sarver. Brings her off for turn number 4, and we got a new face in the winner's circle. In the Brockers Machine Shop, great late models. And folks, for Bryant Hank, your winner. And the Brockers Machine Shop. That's right. That's right. You got started in this helping Kenny Sheltonbrand, right?
Yep. And you know what? Today I got home. I was looking around for T-shirts. I dug out an old Kenny Sheltonbrand T-shirt. Said maybe it'll be good luck tonight. So
he won last night. You won tonight. They're gonna be big doings in Sarver.
I know. Anybody that knows me knows I like to talk, and I don't know what to say now. You got me. Well,
that was a heck of a drive. It's not easy to pass Daryl Charlier here when he gets in front.
No, this division's so competitive with Tommy Chernoff, Steve Beatty, Daryl Charlier, Mike Pager, and sorry if I missed anybody, but this is a very tough division to win in anywhere, but especially this place. This is the first track I brought in the crates, and if it wasn't for these crate engines, I wouldn't be racing, so... I mean, I have help from Bachman Trucking and SSI Computers, and it was well earned. I know that.
Yeah, you definitely had to work for it, and you've been close. You've been getting close. You're like a catfish, though. You're always on the bottom. It made it work tonight.
I guess that's well, you announce Lawrenceville every night. What's the K. Sheltonbrand line? The bottom groove. So when he drove his car last year a little bit, he had it hooked on the bottom, and I was just going wherever it was working tonight, and had the car going somehow. I don't know.
Well, you'll all come back to you in the next few days. Congratulations, Brian, and it won't be your last. Good job.
All right, thanks a lot, Dal.
How about a nice hand, folks, for Bryant Hank, his career first. And he'll pick up a $50 bonus from Pizza Hut for making it great. Come on, bringing the field to life as they roll into turn number 4. And Jeff Puro waves the green flag, and it's showtime. Bobby Heim trying to make it to the outside. Hey, look at him sliding. Craig the Hammer Kamaker trying to get to the front on the first lap. His brother Vince leads down the back straight. Then it's Mike Vaughn. Oh, look out. Well, the guys did a great job keeping him between the fences. Vince Kamaker, your leader. Mike Vaughn second. Craig Kamaker third. Then it's Jake the Snake Simmons in the 68. Nick Kachuba fifth in the 10 car. Spinning, Bill Robertson. Oh, Joe Hackemer. Also, Jake Simmons has spun out in the 68 car. And in the 81 of Bob Betts, Robert Betts. Bill Robertson, who had the points lead by 1 over Jake Simmons to begin the night. He's got damage to the front end over there. And the 1B trying to get the car to turn so he can get it back into the pit area. Green is out. Oh, brotherly love through 1 and 2. Vince in the 9 and Craig in the 72 rolling down the back straightaway. And Craig the Hammer Kamaker is your new leader in the 72 car. 3 wide behind him for third. The brothers Kamaker going at it down the front chute. Kachuba trying to hold off Simmons now for third. Schwartzmiller's up to 5th. Weldon to 6th. Craig the Hammer up on the wall. Brother Vince now trying to hold on to second. He's got Jake the Snake Simmons shadowing him into turn 3. Pat Weldon, the 6th place car, running down the front 5, the 45 machine. Kammaker up top. Here comes Jake the Snake off the low side. How wide is that racetrack? Wow. Kachuba now to 3rd in the 10 machine. Schwartzmiller, the 28, trying to get 4th. Halfway, 6 down, 6 to go. Two guys committed to 2 completely different lines. Jake Simmons on the bottom and Craig Kammaker on the top. Off of 4, Jake the Snake in front off the turn, and he'll lead the lap by a car length and a half. Watch Kammaker get after it off of turn 2. Pedal down, almost got the wall. He's right, oh, he got it that time off of turn 4. Sparks are flying. Nick Kachuba, a very strong 3rd. Bobby Schwartzmiller 4th. Pat Weldon trying to duck under Vince Kammaker for 5th. Coming around a complete lap 10, folks. 2 laps to go, 2 to go. The race now for 2nd. Kammaker trying to hold off Kachuba. The K Club running for 2nd. Kammaker and Kachuba. White flag waving for the more concrete windows. Simmons window cleaning 68. This is the checkered flag. Jake the Snake Simmons. 2nd win of 2008 in the Sunoco Race Fuels Pure Stock. 2nd. Looks like Kachuba might have got it. Yes, sir. Check the scoreboard. Nick Kachuba getting 2nd by a nose over Craig Kammaker. Hey, I want to tell you the secret to your success tonight. I got a crack in my microphone, and I put Jake the Snake Simmons blue duct tape on. See that?
Yeah, there you go. You need to break that microphone more often then.
Great run. You and Craig battling it out. You know, this track's 90 feet wide. It almost looked like you two needed binoculars to see one another. You're clear at the bottom, and he's clear at the top.
I just wanted to stay away from Craig. I knew the bottom was fast. I was watching the limited lates. That's, you know, where they were running. That 28 car, he ended up passing Charlier on the bottom. So
pay attention, right?
That's it, too, man. You know how that goes.
2nd win of the year, Billy Robertson. Bad luck tonight. You're the points leader.
Yeah, about time. It's only been 7 years, and I still never led the points before. So,
is it too early to worry about that?
Yeah, I try not to. All these guys do it for me, and I just tell them shut up. You know?
All right, what's about your run in the Wacky Wheels 4-cylinder figure 8 demo derby?
Oh, I don't know. Kurt Habido asked me if I would do it. I told him yeah. And
who are you going to race with?
I don't know.
I don't know if anybody wants to race against you, Jake.
Well, Davey Lee, I heard he is. He's crazy enough, so we'll be all right.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Dal.
How about a nice hand, folks, for Jake the Snake Simmons, your winner in the Sunoco Race Fuels Pure Stocks. Nukutis has the lead going down the back straightaway. Chuck Kennedy and Daryl Charlier are closing in. Here comes the Midway Missile trying to shoot the middle. That's Chuck Kennedy in front. Kennedy, your leader. Charlier second. Tom Martinek moves quickly to third. Nukutis fourth. Wayne Tessine now fifth. Chuck Kennedy climbing the banking. Tommy Martinek down on the low side. Daryl Charlier on the outside. Wheel to wheel for second. Tessine now fourth. Clayton Kennedy's moved up to fifth. Wayne Tessine to the inside of Daryl Charlier. Chuck Kennedy charging into turn number 3. Be completing lap number 5. Tom Martinek still second. Daryl Charlier third. Wayne Tessine fourth. Clayton Kennedy fifth. And then J.J. Bamich rider Bruce Drystad, Kevin Miller, and Mike McKee. Another race for second, tightening up. Martinek out of shape for a minute there in the middle of 3 and 4. They're now 3 wide for second. Whoa! The scene ends up spinning the car. Caution is out. That was close. Steph, she was sticking around to see Chuck win tonight. Sounds like he must have heard that because he's driving the wheels off the A1. But Charlier tries getting by him on the outside. Down the back straightaway, it's still Kennedy. Charlier, Martinek, Clayton Kennedy. Now J.J. Bamich rider fifth. Here comes Kevin Miller in the 4M into the fray as well. Clayton Kennedy moves to third in the 9. Kevin Miller now fifth, trying to get fourth. Eight laps are down, 8 down. Kevin Miller on the charge here, the 4M. Clayton Kennedy still third, but here comes Miller. Good forward right off of that fourth turn. He'll pull alongside into 1. The drag race is on for third. Miller slides up into the spot. Two laps to go. 2 to go. Looking for his first win of 2008, Chuck Kennedy. 1 lap away from the checkered flag, Kevin Miller drawing closer to the second place car of Daryl Charlier. Miller just ahead of Charlier into 2. Daryl leads Kevin into turn 3. The Austin's A1, Chuck Kennedy Auto Sales A1. The man from Mars, Chuck Kennedy, going to win it in the Miley Truck Rental E-Mods, and Kevin Miller will get second. Charlier third, Clayton Kennedy fourth, Tom Martinek fifth. I know it's your first one this year, but how many, you ever add up how many feature wins you've got overall?
This would be, I believe, 102.
See that? Over the century mark recently. Did your son wake you up there a couple of weeks ago?
Well, actually, I've been teasing him all year. That's my old car, and it took us 5 years to get it going like it is. And we built this new car, and we call this research and development, and that one the race car. So we've been playing around with this one a lot. And when we got here tonight, this thing wouldn't go at all. And we made some changes. These guys don't quit, and made it really work well.
And usually, you're really fast up on the top, but tonight, man, it was right down the middle.
Well, my son that works for Lynn Geisler, he says, Dad, you got to get down on the track to race. You can't run the top all the time. And I decided that after watching the other classes tonight, the fast line kind of was right through the middle, and I thought, I'm just going to ride there and see if I can, even though it feels kind of slow sometimes, it was pretty good tonight.
It was really good tonight. People you want to thank?
I want to thank, of course, all the sponsors on this car, especially Austin's A1 Bleach. They've been with me for 10 years now, and without them, we couldn't do it. And I want to thank Dave Gleese and Dale Stevens and, of course, Clayton and my son Andy and all the helpers that come to the garage, like John Miller and Jack Miller and Kathy and Chrissy and the whole bunch and my wife. And, man, it just, without them making it all happen, it just can't.
Being here, it makes it all worthwhile, right?
Absolutely makes it worthwhile.
President's on the phone. You're going to talk to George. Congratulations. How about a nice hand, folks, for Chuck Kennedy, your winner in the Miley Truck Rental E-Mods.
Eric Goldberg in the Taylor Auto Body, 714, brings him down to the green flag. Gary Catella still on the outside through turn 1. Still 2 by 2 by 2. Now Gary Catella drops back. Goldberg leads him by 2 car lengths. Then it's Brian Hutchko and Davey Lee side by side. Hutchko with a problem through 3. He drops back a bit. Lee gets the 3rd position. Goldberg leads by 4 car lengths over Gary Catellis. Then Davey Lee, Brian Hutchko, Tony White, Rich Mason, Dan DeShide, and Ed Weiser. Goldberg leads Gary Catellis by half a straightaway. Davey Lee gains on Gary Catellis through turns 3 and 4. Can't make the pass. Through turn 1, he's down by about a car and a half. Tony White now to the inside of Brian Hutchko for the 4th position. Goldberg still leads by half a straightaway. 5 down, 5 to go. Eric Goldberg has caught the lime green 45 of Tom McQuillan to put him a lap down. Goldberg with 3 to go. Two to go for Eric Goldberg over Gary Catellis, Davey Lee, Brian Hutchko, Tony White, Rich Mason. 10 of Dan DeShide coming to the pits on the back straightaway. White flag, 714 Eric Goldberg. By the way, Carl Edwards Eric Goldberg comes down for the checkered flag. Goldberg wins again over Gary Catellis and Davey Lee. Let's have a round of applause for Eric Goldberg. Congratulations, Eric.
Hey, thank you very much.
Third time's a charm.
Yeah, you know what? Got lucky tonight because I thought I was starting 12th because the last time I won, but because of that rain out, I got to start in the front, so I did good there. So we're going to watch out.
Looks like the car thinks that too, running a little hot.
You know what happened on the last lap? I lost a belt. I lost my power steering. All the belts must have came off because luckily, I guess it was over on the last lap, or I might have not been able to finish the way it's pegged hot. So, but I guess it lasted long enough. Lasted long enough.
Yep. Congratulations.
Again, folks, we thank you for coming out. We hope you enjoyed the show. Please take your time going home and enjoy the rest of your 4th of July weekend. And hey, we'll look forward to seeing you back here next Saturday and Sunday.